Things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Let's go. Right.
Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's open. Oh, he's got some space. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. To the air, it's Lagway. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion. And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll give it to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The Noles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Wide out trying to get it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start.
Here we go.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. This place is alive, and they love to force this offense into another mistake.
Let's go.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
That is no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Lagway. Bringing the heat. Buys a little time. On the move, he fires. Pulls it in. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
They are out to send a message in this rivalry game, Jesse, and the quarterback has to keep his composure after taking a shot like that.
Man, and I've been on the receiving end of some of those hits in rivalry games. It is not fun. They hurt a whole lot more, David. It just feels different in games like this.
It just means more because these guys don't like each other, and you love making those big hits in big moments that they replay throughout the whole next year.
Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Gators line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Gives it on the option. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college, didn't start playing football until later, and in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Wenke, Tim Tebow, Danny Werkel, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires on the move. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
The Seminoles have this offense rolling. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking for a man, it's Castellanos. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Punt is on its way. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it. Got enough for the first. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the rain. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback may change this route. The play action fake. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. On the ground, it's Daniels. Turning it on! Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Gators will line it up on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The Gators will try to punch it in on first and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this second and goal. They'll try to run it in. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Now the pitch. Touchdown, Florida! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Shoot, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Castellanos. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open, makes the catch. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there and let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelled blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing, and how about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Gator. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. That's caught, it's McCoy. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds his man. It's McCoy. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long, you're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Sturdivant. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm, make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Trying to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. It's complete. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line?
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Rides the back on the option to give. And the Seminoles get the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Fires left. He's got an open man. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The Seminoles are marching down the field. They just keep firing. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
On third down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Man, what a big catch on third down. Going up, catching the football, understanding where you're at, now getting a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the receiver.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Grab near the sticks, it's Williams. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down.
What a lucky break for the running. I can't imagine what goes through your mind when you cough it up. You're like, oh, no, and just huge panic. I got to get back to the football. He did a good job finding his way back to the football after he made the mistake and fumble in the first place.
The Noles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll leave it with him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. With a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Firing to the right, complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And this offense now is decision time. Man, they put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Big kick here. Can claw them ever so closer to that lead, and the crowd trying to rattle this guy. And he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. They finally get to him. A wild way there to pick up the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Catch in the middle. It's Daniels. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Direct snap. Oh, he's got a chance. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 1st down. He's going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
The Gators need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll start this drive firing. Going for the big play. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They want to throw it. Makes the grab. And he'll be brought down.
And that's a good first down for this offense. Get something positive going. Like, listen, the possessions are shrunk now. We're in the 4th quarter. The clock is ticking for us. Down 2 possessions. You're not going to get many more, so they got to be smart with the football while still being aggressive.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. To the air, it's Castellanos. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
And plays like that at this point of the game just aren't going to work. You can't throw short in the middle of the field where guys get tackled and the clock starts ticking. You got to be thinking, we're throwing to the sticks or we're throwing it near the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
And the Seminoles decide to punt it away. Nestles it in at the 35. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Motion from the back. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the Gators have chomped down, and they put a little distance between themselves and the Noles.
You know, both of these teams always have lots of speed, but it's the Gators. They look like the faster team pulling away here in the second half. Big plays offensively, and their defense is really flying around.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. This is the football equivalent of throwing in the towel or no mas, as they will concede defeat. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for a loss. Now you've got 4th and California.
It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. I'm sure they would have liked to have locked up a bowl trip much earlier in the season, but in this particular case, what does bowl eligibility mean for the offseason?
Well, it means 15 extra practices at the bowl game to develop young players. Getting to a bowl game helps your recruiting. It's going to help in the portal, and all of a sudden people are going to get a lot more excited for what's coming next season, David.
Yeah, and I think this squad, I don't think they're excited about the practices necessarily, but a lot of these seniors that have been around, man, they get another dance. They get a chance to play another football game, make some more memories with their boys, so this is a big win today.